13, we will read from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 1 through 11. 1 through 11. And if you haven't, say, I got this. I'm asking you to come out to Sunday school. I'm asking that you will push your way to come out to Sunday school especially for the next several weeks, because we are going through the book, I Am a Church Member. I Am a Church Member. We went through it 2 years ago. So some of you with the church bought you a book. So if you can dig that book out, amen. We just went over the introduction on this past Wednesday. And we will begin on chapter 1 this week. So I sent homework out for you so it can help you study. So would you please read chapter 1, talking about a functional member, a functional church member. So we will discuss this on Wednesday and have a wonderful time, and I will let you out on time. Praise God. And so we can learn together. Amen. Amen. If you're ready to go to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 1 through 11, say, I got this. And it says, if I speak in the tongues, NIV, of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong, NIV, I'm used to King James, or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have faith that can move mountains, listen, but do not have love, I am nothing. Amen. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship, that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Yeah. Here it is. Yeah. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It is not dishonest. Dishonor others. It does not seek self-seeking. It's not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrong. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoice with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hope, always preserve. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be still. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in parts, and we prophesy in parts. But when completeness comes, here it is, but when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. Verse 11. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. I understood like a child. When I became a man, I put away. I put the ways of a child behind me. Amen. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. Amen. Briefly for a moment, I would like to speak on the subject. It's time to grow. Amen. It's time to grow. Amen. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor it's time to grow. It's time to grow. Oh, that didn't sound too convincing. Look at somebody else and tell them it's time to grow. It's time to grow. Amen. You may be seated in the presence of the living God. Paul began to speak to the Corinthians because I think sometimes we misunderstand what love is. But I need you to look at somebody and say, when I grow, you grow. That's going to be our theme for this year. Look at somebody and say, when I grow, you grow. Come on, look at somebody else and say, when I grow, you grow. And the only way that you can help somebody to grow is that you have to have love. Amen. In order for you to reach certain goals and ambition that you have for life in this season, you're going to need somebody, and you're going to need somebody that loves you enough to help you grow. Yeah. Come on, somebody. Look at somebody and say, when I grow, you grow. Tell them, I want you to ask him, do you love me enough to help me grow? Oh, come on, St. Mark, don't whine today. Don't whine. I need you to talk like you have some authority. I want you to say, can you help me to grow? Can you help me to grow? Thank you, Lane. Thank you. Amen. And she made faces when she said it. But in this text right here, some of us, I want you to understand, I want to ask you a question. Do you know what your assignment here on earth is? Do you know what your assignment here on earth is? Each and every one of us have been created for a specific assignment and purpose in life. When God created you and when he had put you in your mother's womb, you was produced with an idea in mind that God had in his mind. So in order for us to find out what we have been created to do, we must understand how God loves. I don't care how many tongues you speak in, but if you don't have love, you just talking. The Bible says you just sound like a tingling cymbal. You just making a lot of noise. But God said, I don't care how gifted you are. Yeah. I don't care how much prophecy you can prophesy. Yeah. I don't care what kind of mysteries you can unveil. But if you have not love, he said, it means nothing. That's right. And so when we are coming to the body of Christ, and the reason why we're doing the book, I Am a Church Member, because we must understand each and every one of us think differently. Amen. Amen. Praise God. Each and every one of us have our own way of thinking, and God have given us a blueprint on how we're supposed to think. Right. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Walls. Amen. So I want to ask you. I want to ask you a question. Do you know your assignment here on earth? We will begin to talk about in Sunday school today that how Paul was in prison, but yet still he knew why he was created. And you have to understand, Paul said he was created to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, but he was the one that was killing Christians. But how was you created to spread the gospel when in the beginning you was killing Christians? Right. But when he had an encounter with God, somebody say encounter. Yeah. When he had an encounter with God, God revealed to him that he gave him something deeper that he needed to do. Look at somebody say, you got to go deeper. You got to go deeper, because something Brother Larry said in the Sunday school messed me up. He said we got to unlock our mind. In order for us to know what God wants to do in our life, we have to unlock our mind. We got to take the lid off of God, because there is more in you for God to use you that you have seen right now. It may not look like you can't reach it right now, but there is something down on the inside of you that God wants to use you. Don't let the suffering of this world right now take you out of God's plan, because God has a plan for you. I need you to high five your neighbor and tell your neighbor that God have a plan for you. Oh God have a plan for you. The more energy you give me, the faster this sermon gonna be over. Praise God. But I come to preach to you today because I don't want you to get caught up in the suffering. I need you to know that God said, my grace is sufficient for thee, and he's going to help you to get through whatever you need to get through. But I need you to know that this is your year of opportunity, and God is going to open up a door that you're going to have to walk through. You can't accept everything that everybody is giving to you. You got to know who God sent in your way to be a blessing to you, because we don't know what love is understand this. Everybody here, you have an assignment. But your assignment is, everybody's assignment is not behind the pulpit.
That's right.
Please hear me. Everybody's assignment is not behind the pulpit. But each and every one of us are supposed to spread the gospel. Come on now. If you have accepted the Lord Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, each and every one of us is supposed to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. You're not supposed to just be stuck in these four walls. You're supposed to get out of here. Come here to get fed. You come here to be strengthened. You come here to sharpen your gifts. You come here to be encouraged. You come here to magnify the Lord and praise His name. He said, enter into His courts with thanksgiving. Every time you come into the door, you thank God that you hear another day. You stop worrying because I'm preaching to myself now. You got to stop worrying and you got to give it to God. You got to stop being anxious and you got to give it to God. He said, don't be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication. Y'all hear me in here? You got to get down on your knees and pray, because when God breaks you down, He's there to pick you back up. Oh, look at somebody say, you got to pray.
Yes.
You got to pray. You got to pray. You got to pray. You got to know what your gifts are this year. You got to work your gift this year. You got to work your gift this year. You got to work your gift this year, because when I grow, guess what? You grow. Look at your neighbor and say, when I grow, you grow. Hold on, Brother Steve, because I don't want to holler right now. I'm already about to get started up in here. When I grow, you grow. Do you love me enough to help me grow? Do you love me enough to see my mess and help me to grow?
Yeah.
Do you love me enough to know that I'm struggling, but yet still you love me enough to help me to grow?
Yeah.
That's what God called His disciples for. He called His disciples to help spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, to help one another grow.
Yeah.
Oh, please help me preach today and tell somebody, you're bigger than you think. Oh, go on, tell them. I'm not talking about your weight. Your vision is bigger than you think.
That's right.
Quit limiting with the vision that God have given you.
Amen. That's right.
It's not. Yeah, you're gonna have to work hard for it. Listen.
Amen.
You're gonna have to work hard for it. But your vision is bigger than you think.
Yeah.
And if it's big enough for you to handle it on your own, then it ain't come from God. Because God always puts you in a place of struggle to help you know that you didn't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk to me up in here today. But it's your time. It's time now for you to grow.
Amen.
Paul began to talk about love and what love is, and he said love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, love does not boast, it's not pride. Listen, a lot of us got a lot of pride, y'all.
Yes, yes.
God hates pride. Oh, if I could tell you how many times He have broke me down out of pride. He hates pride.
Amen. That's right.
He hates when you dishonor others.
Yeah.
He hates when you get selfish and it's all about you and you done all of this. And He said none of that. He said don't keep track of your love. He said love is patient.
That's right.
Love is kind. Love does not envy. Do you love me enough so I need help?
Yeah.
But yet still you don't open your mouth. Love, encourage. Listen what he says in the text. I'm going to holler in a minute. He said, love never fails. These are the characteristics of God, because we must understand that all of us are going through some pains. All of us have problems, but the main thing is, even every pain and problem, God is finding purpose out of you.
That's right.
Every struggle you had is bringing purpose and purpose and purpose, more purpose out of you. And the more you clean, the more you fix problems, the more powerful you become. Because God brings problems so you can have more purpose. And if you want to make more money, you got to learn how to handle problems without breaking down and stressing out and going into depression. When you learn how to handle it and give it to God, God has a way of promoting you, because guess what? You learn how to handle problems.
Right.
You learn how to handle problems. Why do you think your job need a manager? Because your job need a manager, because the manager are the ones that handle the problems. If they can't handle the problem, they fire them and get somebody else. I'm so glad God doesn't fire you.
Yeah.
He don't need you, but he won't fire you.
That's right.
He put you back. He set you back for a minute so you can get yourself together, and then he put you back in place to see if you go pass the test this time. High five your neighbor and tell your neighbor you got to pass the test this time. It's time to grow. It's time to grow. You got to pass the test this time. This time you can't be as stressed out as you was last year. You got to pass the test this time. This time you can't let your feelings hang on your shoulders. You got to pass the test this time. This time you can't walk like you walked last year, because you got to pass the test this time. Look at somebody and say, it's time to grow. If you grow, I grow. If you grow, I grow. If you grow, if you grow, I grow. So how we gonna do that? I'm gonna tell you, I'm glad you asked. How we gonna do that? We're gonna love one another. He says, well, but here it is. Why did Paul say in verse 11, when I was a child, I talked like a child? See, everybody in church is on different levels.
Right.
And everybody, just because you've been in church a long time, don't mean you're a mature Christian.
That's true. Amen.
So Paul said, I can't walk around talking like I used to talk when I was a child. Because I was hoping my grandson would be here, because I will carry my grandson while I preach. Because some of us is like that. You have to carry somebody for a little while. I said a little while, because I ain't going to keep carrying him until when he turns 15. Huh?
Amen.
I'm not going to struggle with him when he turns 15.
Yeah.
But when he's a child, I will carry him until he learns how to walk.
Yeah.
And as mature Christians, we must learn how to carry people for a season. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing to me up in here. And the only reason why I carry him, because I love him enough to carry him until his legs get strengthened.
That's right. That's right.
Come on with me now. And so when now I'm gonna feed him some milk, I'm gonna give him some milk, I'm gonna give him all the necessities he needs for him to gain strength to walk.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
But eventually, you're going to have to get up there and walk on your own. Now, you don't give up on him just because he failed.
Right.
You pick him back up. Oh, little booty, boy. Come on, daddy. Oh, come on. And you let him, come on, boy. Come on. Get up, boy. Get up. And he gets up and he tries again. Why? Because he had encouragement waiting on him on the other side to try it again. Look at somebody say, try it again. Yeah. I know you failed last time, but try it again. I know you scarred your knee. You still got some scars, but you got to get back up and try it again.
That's right.
When I was a child, I talked like a child. So listen, point number one, you got to be careful how you talk when you're trying to love.
That's right.
Y'all don't want me to teach this lesson today. You got to be careful what you say when you're trying to love, because the Bible says that the power of life and death is in your tongue.
Yeah.
Jesus had to stop talking while he was on the cross, because he could not die as long as he kept talking. But when he stopped talking, the Bible said he gave up the ghost and he died. They didn't have to kill him. He died, because as long as he kept talking, he kept living.
Yeah, right.
Oh, God. But the first thing before he started the conversation on the cross, the first thing he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And then we said, nah, they know what they're doing. Nah, they know. Now, it's time for us to get back in our prayer closet, saints, and begin the struggle is that we don't like to talk. We talk about everything except for talking about God.
Right, right.
Do we really put God first?
Yeah.
Do we really put God first? Do we really put God first?
Yeah, yeah.
Do we really ask God before we make decisions? Thank you. Somebody was honest just then. But God loves us enough to keep pulling on us because you are bigger than you think. You have a bigger vision. Anybody here have a vision?
Amen. Amen.
Anybody here have a vision for this year? I'm not talking about a New Year's resolution. See, you ought to have a spiritual vision and you ought to have an earthly vision. And God wants to show you the reason why God blessed you in the physical, to let you know that He sees and hear everything that you say and do. And so when God pulls things back from you, it's for you to let you know that He is in control and the time is not right for you to have it right now. But some of us are like little children. We get to whining and kicking because it's not happening fast enough. I don't know, maybe I'm just by myself because sometimes I get impatient with God. But He just told me love is patient, but God is taking you too long. Look at somebody and say, God know what He doing. Yeah. God know what He doing. But when He get ready to bless you, you got to know that you got to be ready to walk in your purpose. You got to be working towards your purpose. You got to be working towards your goals. You got to be working towards your ambition so you can get to when God get to the place where He opened up the door. Listen, you already prepared. Listen, when the door open, you ain't gonna have time to get prepared. You're gonna have to be prepared. So somebody touch your neighbor and tell your neighbor you got to get prepared. You got to be ready in season and out of season. You got to write your vision and make it plain. And don't be afraid to write your vision. And let God change your vision if you don't reach your vision. If God reach it, if God touch it, you shall reap it. Come on, somebody. But you got to know that the struggle is real. I come to tell you, it's real. But yet still, God said, I will give you the strength. It's real, but I need somebody that will be spiritual. It's real. I need somebody that is willing to teach other people. The struggle is real, but I need somebody that's ready to go out in the vineyard and compel them to come. The Bible said that you got to go out and get them and compel them to come. But if we always depressed and having anxiety and always cussing and crying, then God can't bless us like He wants to because you are not ready yet. But God needs you to usher somebody into the presence of God. God needs to see you usher somebody into the right mindset. Can you help me change the way I think? Can you help me change the way I process things? Look at somebody say it's a process, but nobody likes to go through the process. Paul was in prison. He didn't like the process, but they still could shut him up. He got a pen and a paper and began to write. So you got to let the devil know, no matter where he puts you in the corner, that I'm going to show you, devil, that I'm going to praise God anyhow. But look at somebody say it's time to grow. I used to be in the corner crying, but this year I'm going to praise my way. I'm going to praise my way out of it because the struggle is real. But He's saying my grace is sufficient for thee. I got to guide somebody to Jesus Christ. I got to show love when I don't feel like loving. I got to encourage so I can endure to the end. I got to show somebody how to unlock the mysteries in their mind. When I was a child, I talked as a child. But then He said, I thought as a child.
Yeah.
Okay, so first, I got to change the way I talk.
That's right.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Number two, I got to change the way I think.
Amen.
Oh, God. And then number three, oh, God, I really don't want to rush through it. Because if I can put up a screen of what you're thinking right now, some of us ain't even in the sanctuary right now.
I hate you.
Your mind is here with me. Your body's here with me, thank you. But your mind is on the other side of town.
Yeah.
God said, I need you to give me all of you.
That's right.
He said, I need you to give me all of you.
Yeah, that's right.
I need you to give me your tongue.
Yeah.
I need you to give me your mind.
That's right.
And I need you to change the way you process your thoughts.
Amen.
He said, when I was a child, I talked as a child, I thought as a child, and I understood as a child. You see, we spanked our children because they understand it wasn't right. Have you had a few spankings?
Yeah.
Lord knows I have. But he said, but when I became a man, I put away all those childish things.
That's right.
Paul said, when I become a man, in other words, he said, there ought to be a point when you get spiritually mature enough that you should act the way you used to act.
That's right.
You should be able to process things differently, not like you used to. Back in the day, I would have went off on you. And let me tell you something while we in this corner. The way you used to act ain't gone.
That's right.
You still know them same cuss words.
That's right.
You still know some of them old phone numbers you should have got rid of. You still know how to get to that old place.
Come on now.
But only God, through the Holy Spirit, can help you control those thoughts.
That's right. Amen.
Because the devil only can work and fight against you what you have dealt with and struggled with in your past. But it's time to grow now. Please help me preach today and say it's time to grow now.
Time to go now.
Listen, when you grow, I grow. When you grow, I grow. Tell somebody and tell them, when you grow,
When you grow,
I grow.
I grow.
So how are we going to grow? You got to change the way you talk. You got to change the way you think. You got to change the way you process those thoughts. And how do you do it? You got to stay in that word. You got to stay in that word daily. Now this is not just a one Sunday thing.
That's right. Amen.
This is something that you have to do daily.
Amen.
This is something you have to do daily.
Yeah.
What did I just say?
Something you got to do daily.
When we began Bible study on Wednesday night, we were talking about two men. They was in the same church.
Yes.
But one of them seen everything that was happening wrong at the church. And so he found that they go out to eat, and they go for breakfast every morning. Once a week or something like that. And but when they get to breakfast, one of the guys, he understood something that was different about the other guy, Lamb. But he didn't judge him because something was different about him. What he done was he asked him what he'd like to talk about. What's wrong? And see, now he began to listen. Sometimes only people, all you need to do to help somebody sometimes is just listen. Sometimes we talk too much and you never shut up, and you just need to listen. He let him get it all out.
Yes, he did.
Because the enemy have a way of letting you see, when you on the fence,
Yeah.
the enemy let you see everything that's wrong.
That's right.
If you're on your job and you get to that job and you're like, I hate this job. First of all, be careful what you say.
Amen.
Because that's the same job you prayed about.
Yeah.
Ain't that funny how things change? You were praying, God, give me a job. God, give me a job. Give me a job.
Yeah.
And he give you that job. And then all of a sudden, can't stand coming to this job.
Yeah.
Get on my nerves. And then, here it is. what you had asked to be a blessing.
Amen.
So we have to change the way we think.
Right.
We have to change our mindset because God is getting ready to open up doors. Please hear me. God is getting ready to open up doors of opportunities for you. For this year, this is your year of opportunity, but it's not going to come without a fight.
Right.
And I just want to know, do you love me enough to help me to get to my place of opportunity? I want to know, do you love me enough when you see me struggling? Do you love me enough to know I need your prayers?
Yeah. Amen.
Because some of us are not mature enough to walk alone.
Yeah. That's right.
Paul said, when I was a child, I talked as a child, but when I became a man, I put away my childish things.
Amen.
But before he got to that point, he started explaining to us what love is. See, the enemy have sabotaged
Yeah.
and contaminated how we feel about love.
Amen. That's right.
And some of us don't even want to hear that word no more.
Right.
But God said love never fails.
That's right. Amen.
He began first of all, and this is what we don't like. Love is patient.
Yeah. Right.
Lord knows I need some prayer for some patience.
Yes, sir. Amen.
I feel something then. He said love is kind.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind for a little while. And I'm glad God doesn't treat me like I treat some people.
Yes, sir.
Our God is an awesome God. But it's time now to grow. I was listening to Les Brown. He was talking about this tree in Africa. He was talking about this tree in Africa. He was saying that the more you water it, the more it grows, but it didn't grow up. It grew down first. And after like 15 years, and then all of a sudden it just sprout up. And what does it look like you pouring into something and it ain't growing, and it seems like it ain't growing, and people begin to laugh at you. What that fool doing out there pouring water on that tree? That tree ain't even came up yet. He come out there watering every day. But you got to understand, this tree is like you got to have a vision and be consistent and committed to water it until you see that you see the vision finally come up, and then sooner or later they ain't gonna be laughing no more.
Right. That's right.
The whole time when we got read our Bible, God began to talk to us about a love. When He created everything else, He spoke into existence. But when it came down to us, He reached down in the ground with His hands and He formed us in His image.
Yeah.
And He didn't do like the animals. But when it came to us, He breathed into our nose the breath of life.
Right.
He didn't breathe into no animal. He didn't breathe into no the water. He just spoke all of that. But when it came down to you, you were so special and so valuable that He breathed into you His wind into you,
Yeah.
in me.
Yeah.
He began to dream. From the beginning of time, He had love in mind.
Amen. Amen.
And even when Adam and Eve failed, His love never failed.
Amen.
That's
Amen.
right.
And He asked them a question. He said, where are you? Adam? Where are you? He's God. Do you not think He don't know where He is? He's God. But I need you, remember what I said. You got to change the way you talk.
Amen, sir.
So Adam had to say where he was. See, you got to be honest with yourself to say where you are.
Amen.
Listen, when we work together, when we connect together because our love for one another, this is not just for family church. When we love one another, then therefore there is power
That's right.
and there is strength.
Yeah.
And anytime there is unity, the enemy will attack
That's right.
to try to break
Amen.
what God have ordained.
That's right. Amen.
God ordained love.
Yes, he does.
It's time to grow.
Amen.
You can't respond like you used to respond, Mark. You can't think like you used to think. Mark, I'm gonna call my name because if I call y'all name, y'all might get mad and forget the whole sermon about love. But this time I need you to grow.
Yeah.
Please touch 3 people. I need you to touch 3 people. I don't care if you gotta get up and move around. Touch 3 people and tell them it's time to grow. 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 When you grow, I 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 grow. I'm glad that you didn't give up on me because we got to grow together. When you grow, I grow. I'm learning to be patient. I'm learning to be kind. I'm learning not to envy. I'm learning through all of the suffering that God will never fail. I want you to understand that in due season you shall reap if you faint not. I want you to understand you are the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. God is getting ready to open up the door of opportunity. He's getting ready to show you that eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, neither have entered to the heart of man what God have in store for you, baby. You about to grow. You about to grow. You about to blow somebody's mind. I know they say you never make it, but man, I need you to stop cursing yourself, and I need you to change your way of thinking. I need you to change your way of understanding and believe what God said. You are. You know who God said. You are. God said that you are wonderful. You are fearful and marvelously made. God said you are created in His image. God said that you are a strong man, a mighty man of valor. God said you are my child, and I never leave my children. I just want to ask you a question. Do you believe that this is your season?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that this is your season?
Yes.
Do you believe that this is your season?
Yes, yes.
So if you believe that this is your season, you're going to have to remember these 3 things.
Yes.
You got to be like Paul. No matter what state I'm in, I learn how to abase. I learn how to abound. Listen, he said, you got to, when you feel like you are in the prison of your life, and you seem like there's no way out, you got to do what God called you to do. And it will take you out of the prison. Listen, when Paul and Silas got in prison, what did they do? They began to pray. And they began to sing. And God unlocked the door. If you want your mind to be unlocked,
Yeah.
you got to do what works for you.
Yeah.
Cussing folk out didn't work for me. Oh, God, y'all is cheating. It didn't work for me. Come on. Y'all, it didn't work for me. Oh, God, trying to board.
Yeah.
It's time to grow.
Yes, sir.
It's time every day you got to say, it's time to grow.
Yes, sir.
No matter how hard the classes are,
My God.
it's time to grow.
Yes, sir.
I don't care how many times you fail a test, it's time to grow. I don't care how many times you had your heart broken, I need you to know it's time to grow. No matter how many times you had to file for bankruptcy, I want you to know it's time to grow. God said, is there anything too hard for God? Every time I want to quit, He won't let me quit. It's like Jeremiah said, it's like fire shut up in my bones. When I want to quit, I can't quit. Paul got but the Bible says, when I want to do good, evil is always present. Paul said, that I said I would do, I did. Oh, wretched man, who I am, who shall deliver me from the snares of the fowler? So if I get up another day, I give God some praise. I take Him in my car. I thank Him. I dust myself off. I dress down. I know I don't look like what I've been through. Oh, just help me today and tell your neighbor, you don't look like what you've been through. Oh, you look good today. You don't look like you've been through. Listen, if you gotta go get some more weed, go get you some more weed. I need you to iron it on. Put it on the ironing board or something. Get you some fingernails. You don't let the devil see you going down. When you feel like you're not doing good, you put on your best and tell the devil, I'm still here. I'm still here. And I'm going to fight till the day I die. I'm going to fight till the day I die. I don't care how many times. Talk to my brother right now. I don't care how many times you gotta go to the doctor.
Right. Yes, sir.
I don't care how tired you get. You fight. You still got life.
Right. Right.
You fight. I don't care if you let some go back. You fight.
Yes, sir.
Care what you go through. Don't you walk away from God. You dust yourself off
That's right. That's right. Amen. That's right, sir.
and get back to that book.
Yeah.
When I was a child, I thought as a child. I talked as a child. I thought like a child. I understood as a child.
Yes, sir.
The doggone devil, I'm a man now.
Yeah. That's right, sir. That's right.
I'm a man now. Tell her, can I bring the lady up here real quick? I need 2 more minutes. The lady, look at she ready. I guess I could come on, baby. Come here, baby. Hurry up. Come on, baby. I know you don't know where I'm taking you. I know you don't know where I'm taking you. I just need you to know that you're safe. This is what God said to some of you. I just want you to know you're safe in my arms. And I'm going to carry you. Listen, I need some of you to carry somebody like this until they get to health, until they get their right mind, until they get to the place where you can put them down. Don't drop them. Put them down. And now they can go to their purpose. That's what God wants us to do. He wants us to go out into the vineyard. He said the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. We need to pick somebody up In the end, it shall speak and not lie. Listen, my clothes. I told my friend and my son, you don't need no paper to tell you married. You don't need no marriage certificate to say that you're married. You get married because it's a covenant agreement between you and the other person. But if you're real about your vision, he said, write the vision and make it plain. So when you go get your marriage license, both of you sign the paper, both of you said, I have the same vision, and I'm going to put it on paper because he said, write the vision and make it plain. And in the end, it shall speak and not lie. That's why we give you the marital vow, said, until death do us part.
Yes, sir.
Because it's a vision. It's a vision. And you have a vision for your life. But you got to write it down. And in the end, it shall speak and not lie. Tell somebody else one more time and tell them it's time to grow. It's time to grow. It's time to grow. It's time to grow. When I grow, you grow. When I grow, you grow. I can't hear you say more. When I grow, you grow. Stand on your feet. If you don't know my Savior Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, I want you to come right now.